individual without ever giving her the necessary training. So when we start talking about organizational development, and I make the statement that we spend very, very little effort, very, very little resources, money, effort on helping the organization to develop, I'm not exaggerating, because we have far too many stories where we don't even spend the money on the training, which is the easy part. It's easy to know that when we give someone a piece of equipment like this, that she's going to need training on how to use it. And if we can't get that right, then how can we possibly get the more nebulous task of what does it mean to develop an organization? How do we get better? So let's leave that and we'll move on, because part of the problem here is one of definition. What do we mean when we say we're doing organizational development? Now, as I was having the conversation with many of the human resource people prior to heading off to Singapore, the consensus I was getting back was that no one agrees on what's required, or even what organizational development is. My take on it, and I'll stand by it because I find it useful, no other reason, haven't read it anywhere, read no studies on it, I'll give you all of that, is that organizational development is about taking the average set of skills that we have in an organization, however you determine what the average is, and moving that average forward even a little bit. If we can move the average skill set, the average degree of leadership, management, whatever it is you're measuring, if we can move that forward a little bit by doing something, then we are developing the organization. And if we look at some of the things we're all responsible for, whether as supervisors, managers, leaders, senior level executives, trainers, whatever, project managers, one of the ways that we develop our organizations is during the hiring process. And in the hiring process, there's